if causality feels very real to us, meaning if form and relation feels very real to us, very solid, very external, as if it is really existing apart from awareness, then you can appoint meaning to everything and purpose to everything. Like I had a vision, or I had a sign, or even simple things like, I don't know, everything has a purpose from the perspective of duality, from the perspective of causality. I'd say the only purpose is to wake up to what's beyond causality. So like I've told you before, every experience you can consider from two sides, like two sides of the same coin. One part of the experience seems to project a story, a causality, a reality. So it might be a story, I am angry, or I am sad, or that person has hurt me. So the sensation of she has hurt me may arise, and that projects a story. That's one side of the experience you can perceive. But if you regard it purely as an experience, purely as a sensation that arises, without believing in the story that it projects, then for that moment there is no causality. And the only purpose of the experience is to confirm that awareness is prior, that awareness is present, and that the experience is inseparable from awareness. So the only purpose of life when you're still half believing in duality, in causality, and you want to wake up, then the only purpose is to regard as each experience as a confirmation of awareness, as a confirmation of existence, rather than a story projecting a reality. And from the natural peace of awareness, there's no purpose even in that. It's just spontaneous appearances, inseparable from its source. So its source is the appearance, and the appearance is the source of the appearance. And it's like a causeless game with no past, future, or even present, just completely spontaneous as it is. Completely causeless, completely purposeless. There's no purpose or cause unless we think it into existence. And thinking is completely secondary, it's man-made, you could say. So what remains without thinking about anything? Surely causality does not appear. A story about a you versus me does not appear. A purpose does not appear. So all of that is optional. Does not have to be denied, but
I'm asking because there are some teachers who kind of emphasize on the side of joy. Let's say life is just to enjoy, or your natural state is happiness. But even this seems to me a bit out of balance, you know. It's a kind of, I mean, of course, that's part of the experience, but there is also the other part. So sometimes I'm not sure whether that's really the complete neutral point of view, and that's why I was interested how you look at this.
well, it's very simple actually. You can just see that whenever a purpose arises, it's only due to thinking about it. So if you stop thinking about it for a moment, where's the purpose? And reality doesn't necessarily think about anything. It's purely optional. So, and every thought perceives from a particular perspective. It projects a particular reality, but it exists only within that thought. And when we stop thinking for a moment, we can see the thought as it is. So we're not thinking about what it projects, but we're not denying the thought, but we're perceiving it as an experience arising, rather than seeing from its point of view. Right? So the story I am angry is a story, but you can also perceive it as an experience that arises, as a sensation. So that's the two sides of the coin, the two sides of the experience, that you can either emphasize the story and the causality it projects, or very simply you can stop thinking, or you can allow the thought but not believe in its story and just see that it's an experience that can only be there if awareness is here. So it's confirming awareness. That's the only purpose it has. But even that is a perspective.